Today, I'm joined by ATG Business Development Director Fergus Heading and Director of Product Management Nuno Almeida as we explore the next wave of ATG innovation for fuel and industrial markets. Thank you both for joining me as we discuss what's new in the DFS ATG portfolio, the trends driving these innovations, and what they mean for operators in both fuel retail and industrial environments. To start things off, can you start by giving an overview of the latest ATG products DFS has introduced and the key problems they are designed to solve? Fergus, I'll go to you first, if you don't mind.
Yep, no problem. So first of all, I think it's more in the name. So it's Dover Fueling Solutions. So for us, we're a solution provider. And when we identify some challenges or issues with customer sites or installing our equipment, we try to come up with a solution to help them. So the two that have been recently launched, the DMP wireless solution and the radar, are focused on some solutions or challenges that we have in the market. The radar itself is more for fuel depot or large storage tanks, so that exceed more than 30 meters, or tanks that also have what's called an internal floating roof. With that solution, it's completely compatible with the ATG console range, the LX family, and the simplified installation. For the wireless, sort of similar. It's to enable the DMP family to turn into a wireless solution, meaning the customer or the distributors or partners we have can hold a single probe type in stock, and then depending on requirements, have the option to make it wired or wireless. I don't know if you want to add anything, Nuno, from the product side.
Basically, yeah, you covered it, but what we're trying to do is make our customers' life easier, as you rightly said, and adding the wireless to the DMP range will facilitate the installation of automation and tank aging for our customers, especially in markets where infrastructure is not so easy to install.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. We've said it in the past that a connected forecourt is a future-ready forecourt. So it sounds like these two launches are really, designed to help that. And what trends in the fuel retail and industrial markets influence the development and launch of these new ATG solutions?
What we are seeing more and more, and even the current situation with countries at war that have impact in global economy, we see that fuels are more and more pricey. The need to control it is becoming more and more evident, because every drop means a lot of money. So what we're doing is providing additional solutions so that our customers can control their inventory much better than they could before. And with these two launches, we are extending with rather our LR120. We are extending to a new market segment that we could not address before with this new product. And with the DMP MAGA-REF, we are basically enabling the easy deployment of automation and tank aging to stations that would require much more work to do that. So basically, what we are doing is trying to catch the growing demand for being able to deploy automation easily.
Yeah. So on that, the key theme, or as you mentioned, Kit, a connected forecourt. The key theme or trend for us in the tankage world is visibility. And that's what we're trying to provide to our customers. The option that they have complete visibility, and whether that's from inventory management, compliance, leak detection, whatever. And by adding these devices, such as the radar and the MAGA-REF, we expand that possibility so that we cover more and more of the installations. So for large tank farms, We've completed some projects for customers in Asia where their tanks are more than 8 million litres. And we do that with the radar solution and with the DMP and the flexible variant and the MAG-RF. We're completing some depot installations. And as Nuno touched on, it makes the solution much more cost effective because the infrastructure is not, we don't need to open the ground or put cables in. So it helps a lot.
Yeah, I think that kind of answers my next question in terms of how do these new systems improve operational efficiency, accuracy, or compliance for operators. But if there's anything else, do you think?
Well, Nuno touched on it that in today's world and climate, fuel prices are only increasing. There is some government support in some countries due to the current conflict. However, it never seems to go away. It stays at a much higher rate. And we had that during COVID. We had that during some financial crisis. Now we see fuel, especially diesel, is reaching €2.50 a litre in some locations, maybe more. So these type of solutions are providing a real-time overview of the stock that they have in order to manage it. Investing in fuel and deliveries instead of having it every Tuesday is now a huge investment for a retailer. So if we can give him a real-time overview of what's on the sites, he can manage his finances much better.
Yes, of course, absolutely. How can improved tank monitoring help businesses reduce risk, prevent losses, or enhance environmental safety?
That goes hand in hand with our other, with our other solutions. So on the DX wet stock management solution, we can provide that real-time overview and that analysis. We need the data from the ground, so from the source, which is the tank gauges. So by installing tank gauges and using them in combination with the DX platform, we can give customers a complete overview and risk analysis on everything that they do from a fuel perspective. Sorry, Nuno, you were going to add.
No, yeah, I was going to mention exactly what you said, but on top of that, we do have customers that cannot invest on advanced wet stock management. So by implementing a tank gauge solution like our ProGauge MagLink LX together with these two new products, we can already provide some very, very significant features in terms of inventory control, leak detection at site level, even if the customer is not ready yet to go for a more advanced wet stock management like with DX wet stock. But they can start with local leak detection and identifying if they have issues on site, and then the systems are prepared for at any point in time to connect easily to the wet stock.
Yeah, good point. We also have released some, not related directly to the new products, but some enhancements to our tank gauge family, are mainly around safety and leak detection. A lot of these solutions were developed many years ago and are maybe not fit for purpose in today's world, where our population is increasing, the amount of fuel that we're using is increasing. So some of the systems and solutions that were in the past are not running very well on the sites. So we have enhanced it and added some features to offer customers a little bit more safety and protection around what's happening at the site. So tank gauging for us is a must. It's a huge investment of fuel. So why wouldn't you put something in to monitor how much that investment is moving and how much you're getting from it, and make sure that you're sending the right quantity to the right people. So
Yeah, sounds like there's a lot of evolving pieces when it comes to tank gauging. So it's important that we...
big jigsaw, and it's part of it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Looking ahead, how do you see ATG technology continuing to evolve as fuel retail and industrial sites become more connected and automated?
So the ATG is a key element in the station to provide data. The ATG is continuously reading the tank volume and the temperature that is on each tank. And with that data, we can perform very extensive calculations, like, for example, not only managing inventory, and with that, you can do all the planning for your deliveries, but you can also, as we mentioned before, you can also use that data to understand if there is any issue going on with your installation, or if you have, for example, leaks, or if you are losing fuel, not by means of leaks, but by other means, which are losses, because your dispensers are not measuring well, they're not well calibrated. So tank age is an essential piece to provide very, very accurate data. So the accuracy of a tank age is very high, and we are able to detect very small variations of volume inside the tank. So that data is key to then bundle with the other data that is coming from other points in the system, like the dispensers. We combine that with our ATG and with our forecourt controller technology, and we can provide solutions for our customers that actually address their issues.
Yeah.
Interesting.
From trying to look into the future, just to add to Nuno's comments, we are also have to be in line with all the health and safety elements. So there's a lot of safety around the equipment that we provide. The magnetostrictive technology we use is probably the most common in the world and the best known. It gives the best results. However, we need to make sure that our solutions are fit for purpose, that they provide the customer the life cycle that they depend on. And also, as Nuno mentioned, information is power. The more information that we have, the more we can provide feedback to our customers and enhance their performance. And maybe there's a better way to do things in the future, rather than the traditional methods. But yeah.
Yes, and the products and solutions we just mentioned, including the probes and consoles, are of course available to view on the DFS website. So for our listeners who haven't yet been on there, feel free to go in and have a look using the QR code on the screen there. The last question I have for you, Fergus and Nuno, is if you were to summarize the biggest value these new ATG innovations bring to the market, what would it be?
I have one word that covers it all, and the value is visibility. And whether that's financial visibility, health and safety, compliance, performance of the site, I need to order fuel, etc., etc. It's all about visibility. And in today's world and in 24-hour environment, people need this data instantly and even available on their phone or on a website. So by putting in products like Tank Gauge Solutions from ProGauge, we provide that visibility. So it's quite easy. We're also future-proofed for new fuel types, whether it's biodiesel, HVO, ethanol blended fuel now, which is getting very common. We have solutions that fit all of those types of fuels. And even stepping outside the traditional retail market, we provide our product to other industries as well, which are now seeing the benefit of this visibility, magic word.
Yeah, I would also add another word, which is scalability, because our solutions are designed to be scalable. So these two new products, they add to the existing portfolio, and they specifically address the ease of installation in the case of the DMP MAGA-REF, and opening new market segments in the case of the LR 120, but always taking into consideration that we offer scalable solutions that have as a main goal providing a total cost of ownership that is very, very competitive in our industry.
Thank you. It will be interesting to see how these two new launches can help customers out there. So
looking forward to seeing everybody at Unity this year. Come and visit the stand.
Yes.
We'll have all the products on show as well. in real time, so you can come and see how they perform and how they work.
Yes,
Yeah.
that will be on stand 5C10 in Hall 5. So make sure to come and say hello.